Hello, hello. Happy Halloween. I love fall, love Halloween, and it is absolutely I love fall. I'll be honest. I love Jesus, so it's hard for me to love Halloween, but it's all in good fun, all about fall fun. And listen, it was like 42 degrees today. So, welcome to in East Texas, but welcome to our Facebook Live today where we are going to be talking about things marketing myths that haunt contractors and how you can bust them. And so we want to talk a lot about how we can truly um, know what's a myth and know what is true. And sometimes that gets really tricky because, shiny object syndrome, social media, all of these things are like, why? Oh my gosh, this guy was so legit. This vendor was so legit. This strategy looks so cool. And honestly, like myths are a lot of I say they are old like wives tales about marketing, or they're the way that your grandpa did marketing, right? Or that, somebody that's been in the industry a long time. One thing about marketing is we constantly have to be evolving, exploring, and testing. And when we do those things, it allows us to have a good understanding of how do I know what I should be doing, what I shouldn't be doing? How do I know what's a myth, what's not a myth? And so the good news today is I'm going to talk through those, and I'm actually going to help us bust a few of those and give you all the real way to think about marketing. So let's get started with some of these marketing myths. So the first myth that I wrote down is that referrals will build my business. Like, hey, Crystal, I built my business off of shaking hands and kissing babies. And you know what? That is true. That is true. And if you've not met me very much, I'm Crystal Williams, the co-owner, co-founder of Lemon Seed Marketing. And I came to this industry because I was born into it. And then I did all the marketing for my family's heating and air conditioning and plumbing company in rural East Texas, grew them, and then we started Lemon Seed and to do basically coaching for um, marketers that are in the space. So, a lot of times I think that we get distracted by things, including me right now. So there's messages are starting to pop up. So that's why I'm like, messages are popping up. But so sorry for that distraction there. But so let's get started on this. So referrals will build a business. So when I started at McWilliams, I was a community marketer. My job was to go out into the community, shake hands, kiss babies, and make good, engaging relationships. So it wasn't a traditional referral program. A referral program, I think, is a great tool, but they're not super easy to implement. So you can build your business off of referrals when you're starting small. But as you grow and you continue to grow, you're going to have to be a little bit more aggressive about new customer acquisition. And new customer acquisition is how you create a growing and thriving business. Your existing customers are how you have a solid foundational business, right? So you have to keep your eye on both of those tactics, knowing that what are you doing to ideally grab a grab a new customer and your existing customers engaged and moving quickly with everything. So here's what I'll say about this too. Referral programs, people have these grandiose ideas. We as average consumers, we don't just want to bounce up there and start giving you all of our friends' emails. Okay. That's not what we want to do. So that's kind of hard. Or like, hey, do you have two people? Companies have built unique referral programs. But at the end of the day, I think you really have to be intentional that it's just about letting them introduce you to people that might be needing your service as they currently do it. So it's an exciting idea. I'm just not sure how easy it is to implement and track. So if you're going to launch a referral program, number one, make it easy to do. Number two, make it easy to track. And number three, make it aggressive. So $20 ain't going to do it anymore. You've got to really incentivize people because they're putting their neck out for you. They're putting their name on the line for you. And so odds are if you go out to their friend's house and you do something crazy, they're like, oh my gosh, I referred them. So I would encourage you instead to create, or maybe in conjunction, but create raving fans inside of local communities that will recommend you consistently. I met a new partner. I think it's called Referral Pro when I was at a trade show recently. We are going to be doing some cool stuff with Referral Pro hopefully soon because I think they are a great option for referral programs. So that was myth number one, is that referrals are how you built your business and you shouldn't have to do marketing, other forms of marketing. So that was myth number one. Referrals built my business and I shouldn't have to do a lot of extra marketing. Number two is everybody is on the hunt for the silver bullet, right? Guys, I don't know how to tell you. The silver bullet is consistency and frequency, not a tactic. Okay. Not like, oh my gosh, if you go join with this agency, it's going to change your life. Your lead generation life. I truly believe you join Lemon Seed, we're going to change your life in a sense of organization, creativity, structure, thoughts, all those things. But it's unfair to weight your entire company's growth on marketing. And on these cool little unique tools. So like right now, I love the Google Business Profile companies that are optimizing Google Business Profile, doing some cool things. I love it. I think that's fun. I think it's interesting. And I think it's a great tactic, but it's one piece of a puzzle, not an entire puzzle. Many of you just want like you're like, you know what I need is I just want a literal one-stop shop where I don't have to mess with anything else. And that's just not the way that it goes. You have to have multiple things happening. So there is no one silver bullet. It's really the connection of all of these different vendors working together to help you grow. So a silver bullet syndrome, as I call it, basically is where you wake up every day just looking for the next thing to drive leads. So that would be my second myth, is that silver bullets exist. They do for short bits and spurts of time. So you'll find something cool, you'll launch it, it'll work really well. So like an eLocal or a Yelp. For some of my contractors, they launch those, they work really well at first, but then after that, they're just kind of lost because they don't continue to generate new customers. And so that's just a friendly reminder that the silver bullet for marketing is actually truly doing consistent marketing frequently and on brand. If you can get those things accomplished and you can keep those working well, then you will have success at marketing, especially on the branding side. It is one of those, it is a slow moving train, but you can keep plugging along and keep doing it and push through those harder times to do things. So the other silver bullet that I have on here is that digital marketing is your key to victory. And really, that's all you have to do. One thing you'll learn about me is I love digital marketing. I think it is one of the biggest pieces. Lemon Seed does not do digital marketing. We do it, we manage it, we consult on it in a sense of like keeping it creative and keeping it rolling, but we are not the digital provider. So we're not out there buying your ads. We don't do websites. So Lemon Seed, we coordinate all of our vendor partners together to make sure that we're all pushing the same message forward. So what's on your website is on your postcards, is on your billboards. So the idea that you only have to have a website is crazy, guys. It's crazy to me. I want you to know that a pretty website is literally like waste of space and a waste of your time and energy. If you don't have an SEO, a GEO, an AI, all those strategies now. SEO is an easy strategy to have. It is most website providers, if they're hosting your website, they offer SEO services. You need to be actively and aggressively utilizing SEO on your website. And now you've got AI. So you need to be worried. I say worried. You need to be focused on getting a good understanding and a good grasp of this AI search capabilities and how you're showing up for that. And then, also on there is conversion. So, is it easy for people to do business with you on your website? So when I open your website, can I click to call? Can I chat? Can I send in a form? Is your phone number present? Can I navigate the site? Is there pop-up after pop-up and slides and things are changing colors and fireworks and all these things happening? Or are you legitimately doing good things on your website that are actually causing good conversion and good lead gen? I do not know why I keep yawning. It's the weather change. So I apologize. But digital, that's the third myth. So the number one myth that I said today is that referrals built my business and I shouldn't have to do any other advertising. Okay. That's the number one myth. The number two myth is silver bullet syndrome, right? You keep looking around for this magic button, this magic tactic to appear, and it just never does. Because the silver bullet is consistency and frequency. And then the third one on here is digital being your last, your only requirement. And that is not true. Digital is a piece, again, a piece of a larger puzzle. And so we cannot have our entire eggs in a basket that's all search based. So I want to break that down for you for a minute. So when you think about the homeowner, so get out of your mind that you are a technician. You know HVAC, you know all those things. So get that out of your mind. But I want you to think like a homeowner, where when I sit down, if I do not have a company already in my head, so number one, unfortunate. If I do not already have someone in my mind, um, then what I want them to do is when they go out and search AC repair near me, I want my name to show up. So that is why you have to have a comprehensive approach to digital marketing. People that are searching for your business directly, people that are searching for your service directly, your area directly. So all of that matters. So to have this set it and forget it SEO digital strategy, guys, that's not it anymore. That is a myth that all you have to have is a website. Now you need a true strategy behind how you are paying and getting SEO for the LLM side, the language learning model side of digital, some sort of AI approach, or at least, again, you don't have to go crazy with AI, but your eyeballs need to be on the prize. You also need to know ease of use on your site. I need a coffee. I need a coffee. But ease of use on your site. So if you're just now joining us, I'd love for you to pop into the chat. Tell me who's here, where you're from, where you're watching from. But again, those are the three myths, and then the fourth myth that I want to talk about is branding is dumb. And I say that because literally people go, listen, this I want to tell y'all this, and this is going to step on some of your toes, so I apologize in advance. People will have terrible names and terrible logos, and this is what they say to me, but everyone knows me as that. Okay, first of all, everyone is a strong word, because everyone would imply that you have 100% of the market share, and you don't. Most of you do not. Um, I am so sorry. The highest market share that I've really seen is in like 40 and 50%. And that's when they've been, that is a rock star, right? Because there's just people in your market that just aren't going to use you, all that good stuff. So, you kind of have to understand that. But here's why people think branding is dumb, because they don't know, they don't understand it. They don't understand what branding is, how it works, why it works that way. They don't understand all of that. So, branding is actually designed to literally infiltrate the market. So, how do you go show up everywhere the people are? How do I go get billboards, get radio, get yard signs, get all these things? How do I go do all of that and still maintain a good budget, maintain good ROI? So when you're writing the checks for branding, you're like, man, this is expensive. Branding is expensive. And I don't know how to track it, so I'm not going to do it. Just because it's not easily measurable does not mean it's not effective. So effective means I have consistently put my brand out there, and you can even, kind of zhuzh. That's an East Texas word, but you can zhuzh this around, meaning like, okay, I'm going to do some really good stuff on social media, and I have a couple of billboards. You can have a good collection of things. But branding actually, I think, is now more important than it's ever been, of helping you stand out in a crowded market, helping you stand out in an area that you are one of many, or you are a small fish in a big pond. Surrounded by big fish. Surrounded by big fish. So for and Darian and Madison on my team, if y'all can start putting these in the comments here. So my number one myth today was that referrals will build business, right? I can build my business off referrals. My number two was silver bullet syndrome, right? So, silver bullet syndrome, meaning you're always looking for the silver bullet. Quit doing that. Start getting frequent, consistent, and dedicated marketing strategy. Number three was digital was really enough. Just a website, some good digital advertising. That's plenty of advertising for me. And it's not. It's not enough. And then the fourth one was branding is dumb. People are like, I don't understand why I do it. So all of these myths come down to shape a mind shift for you. So you need to shift your mindset to be more around that it's comprehensive and holistic a marketing approach, not just I'm only at the bottom of the sales funnel where people are ready to buy right now. We have to get a lot more systematic. We have to get a lot more intentional about covering all of our bases and speaking directly to contractors, homeowners that are wanting to use our business. So people say, well, can you help any home service companies? We can, because at the end of the day, guys, it's a strategy of I want to be who people think about, how they think about us, and I want to get us in the market. I want to get us in the home. And so I'm where the people are. I try really hard to be where the people are. So today was a short live. We're working on 16 minutes. Sorry for my yawning. That goes to show you that fall is here because the weather is changing and it is getting wild. So I do have a little treat today. If any of you are watching, even if you're watching it on replay, if you DM our social media page and say replay or I learned or I watched about marketing myths and you want to hear more about Lemon Seed, Lupita be happy to get you a discount code for ongoing services. And so Darian is going to drop the link to schedule a call with Lemon Seed. We would love to visit with you about how we can help your company organize all of their marketing vendors and all of their strategy and really learn how to move all of your marketing forward. And let me tell you the number one thing that people use us for: marketing off of their plate. We are a sounding board. You come in, you rattle off any ideas you have. We're going to throw in all of our ideas, best practices, and strategies. And then we go make sure it's getting done. So hopefully Darian is able to get that, or Lupita is able to get that link, and we can get that in the chat pretty quickly for you to be able to schedule a call with us. But let me tell you too, I want to encourage you guys about myths. When you are watching social media or when you talk to vendors, what I want to encourage you about is we have to be cognizant that you're constantly going to be inundated and overwhelmed with marketing opportunities. This new direct mail, this new digital, this new outbounding, this new inbounding, this new AI tool, this new website crawler, all of those things. And that is why we have to keep our eye on the prize, get rid of the noise. And hopefully you guys will consider Lemon Seed Marketing to help you. So thanks for coming to our live today. We appreciate you guys. And if there's anything we can do, let us know. Again, direct message us the word replay in our messages and let us know, and we'll give you a discount code and then book a time with Lupita. So thank you all so much. We appreciate you, and we will talk with you soon.